And I started just fucking having like just psychotic thoughts, dark thoughts. I started having like a severe panic attack, severe anxiety. I was like drunk, breaking down, crying, having panic attacks were lasting for like 1 hour, 2 hours at a time. I still haven't been able to drive long distance without fucking freaking out. There's something clearly wrong with me. I'm on medication. I've quit drinking. I'm on diazepam. It was getting fucking mental. Honestly, I was scared that something bad was going to happen, right? I know this might seem irrelevant. I'm not trying to blame this on veganism.
Okay, so first vlog I've ever made. I'm a bit nervous. I've been going to a partial hospitalization program, and today I got a diagnosis back that I was a sociopath. And that didn't really come as a surprise to me. I always knew what I was, but I hated the thought of other people knowing.
So the major health issues, okay, I kind of went fucking mental, right? I kind of went fucking mental, okay? And we can interpret this any way you like, because I'm still not convinced. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Because we hide in plain sight all the time. There's so many of us, but you never know.
At the Atlantic Beef Products plant in Albany, workers process about 100 cattle a day, and there's a big focus on how animals are treated before slaughter.
We want to make sure that the animals that we do bring in are treated very comfortably, that at the end of the day, if they're going to have one bad minute and one bad day, that all the time leading up to that is as comfortable as possible.
I've always suffered from anxiety, okay? Since about 2011, okay? The first time I experienced anxiety was from consuming cannabis. I don't smoke it anymore because it makes me want to fucking kill myself if I consume it. Okay, so that's just the start of the story. What I'm saying is, I've always suffered, I've had lots of panic attacks in my life, but only when I consumed cannabis. Only, okay? And then, since then, I've always suffered from minor anxiety. Something fucking snapped recently.
I did a lot of bad things, and I'm paying for it now, and I'm sure that this road's not over and that I'm still on it, and the thing that sucks about this road is there's nowhere to turn off.
Temple Grandin visited the plant last week. She's famous in the livestock world for developing humane practices and often noticing details others don't.
Something fucking snapped recently, and I'm not blaming this on the diet. I'm not sure what it's to do with, okay? Some people have an idea of what it's to do with. And I fucking snapped. I think sleep deprivation is what snapped it. I was on a night shift.
You know, there's nothing that can really help you. They say treatment can help you, but I'm here to tell you that they're lying to you, and you're stuck like this, man, and I'm sorry.
The Atlantic Beef plant already has a number of design elements in place based on Grandin's work, including curved chutes which allow cattle to move in a more natural way, and making sure all areas are well lit and free of distractions that could frighten cattle.
And I started just fucking having like just psychotic thoughts, dark thoughts. I started having like a severe panic attack, severe anxiety. Honestly, I was tripping fucking balls. And please take into consideration, I was sleep deprived, I'd been up about 24 hours. No drugs, no alcohol, I'm sober. First time I've ever had full-blown panic attack when I'm sober. Okay, and that was the start of like the worst few weeks of my life.
You know, they say, I've been to plenty of outpatient partial hospitalization programs. As you can tell, I'm very young, but I've made my way around them because I'm so screwed up now. I can tell you now that they don't help you. They don't understand. They don't give you any coping skill at all to ever help you with anything that you will ever need in life. Not for people like you and me.
But having Grandin see the space in person offered a fresh perspective.
She had to look at everything. She got down into the various ramps and chutes that we use. She wants to see things from a cow's perspective. That's what she's famous for. And the fact that she was able to do that led us to some interesting observations.
One of her observations, cattle might be bothered by direct light in the stunning box.
So the only way I knew of how to combat these panic attacks, or what I thought, was to consume alcohol. Okay, so from then on, for like 4 weeks from then on, I was having panic attacks multiple times every day. Okay, and I became, this sounds fucking mental, I know. I became dependent on alcohol to combat the anxiety. I couldn't leave the house. I could barely look after my fucking son. I was breaking down every day. The amount I've cried in the last month is fucking embarrassing.
You know, we're left to the dogs. And I wouldn't want to be anybody else but me. I wouldn't say I like being a sociopath, but I wouldn't want to be anything else.
She also suggested a few other quick fixes to reduce distractions, like blocking a gap and adding a second black curtain.
I was like drunk, breaking down, crying, panic attacks were lasting for like 1 hour, 2 hours at a time. It was getting fucking mental. Honestly, I was scared that something bad was going to happen, right? I know this might seem irrelevant. I'm not trying to blame this on veganism. So eventually, the missus called for help. I had to speak to a psychiatrist, mental health team, multiple doctors, okay? Had to make sure I wasn't going to fucking commit suicide. They needed to understand what it was. And they seem to think I've had some sort of like fucking identity crisis.
I see through people's lies. I see through them. I see who they are, who they really are inside. A lot of you guys who are experiencing stuff like this, and you know you don't want to talk about it, keep silent. They'll peg you for it. They'll nail you for it, and they'll fuck you over every way they can. Stay silent. They can't help you, no one can. You're stuck with this, and I'm sorry, man.
I still haven't been able to drive long distance without fucking freaking out. There's something clearly wrong with me. I'm on medication. I've quit drinking. I'm on diazepam. I know I'm providing a lot of personal information here, but I do feel like you need to know. So you can clearly see I'm fucking mental. I'm trying to find the right answer. I was worried my girlfriend was going to leave me because we met as vegans. She got with me because we're vegan. That was our thing, yeah? We live our lives as vegans. She broke down. It's just been fucking crazy. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea. It's been the worst month of my life.
Really, don't trust those providers. Don't trust those therapists. Those psychiatrists. They're all out to get you. You know, they would rather cover their own ass rather than help you. So make sure that you know that, and you bring that with you.